till our legs and ends and also, oh yo, my house is better than yours. It's better than yours. My house is better than yours. We better than yours. My house is better than yours. We better than yours. My house is better than yours. We better than yours.
As far as I'm concerned, music is music. I don't look at it as rock or R&B or that kind of stuff. I just look at it as music, you know. And I feel sorry for anybody who only listens to one form of music.
You're listening to the Freeza Block Show, local, milehighunderground.com. Unsigned, local artists, unsigned artists. Music you may have never heard before, music you'll want to hear again. All right here on the Freeza Block Show.
Welcome in. It is the Freeza Block Show, milehighunderground.com. So very happy to have, there we go, milehighunderground.com. It is the Freeza Block Show. So very happy to have everybody listening in. And alongside today, we have a very special show. We've got a double interview with a couple of duos here in the Denver metro area. It is Sugarskulls and Marigolds, Danny and Andrew, and Necropanther, Paul and Kyle. Man, thank you guys so much for coming on in, man. Kick ass, you guys. Very short notice, and you guys made it in here, and I appreciate it so much, man. And say hi to everybody.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, good stuff, man. And I'm gonna go ahead and start with Necropanther over here in the corner.
Great.
And it's Danny and Andrew, and there they are here. And I got to kind of play cameraman as well a little bit here, but that's all good. Yes, indeed, man. Hey, you guys. Hi, say hi again.
Hey, what's up?
To
I'm
all
Paul
your
from Necropanther.
Yeah,
I'm Kyle.
all right, man. And for the folks who've never heard of Necropanther before, and we'll also get a chance to check them out tomorrow, tell the folks what they could be, what they expect, or what Necropanther kind of is. You know,
I'd say Necropanther is a modern take on old school metal, thrash metal, death metal, with a little bit more of a modern take on it. We like to keep hooks. We like to keep it melodic as well as brutal and heavy. And yeah, I think everybody has a good time at our show, so that's what you can expect when you come see Necropanther.
what do you do? Now, you're Paul, right?
I'm Paul.
Yeah.
I play rhythm guitar and I do lead vocals.
Lead vocals, man. Good stuff, man. Did you step into the lead vocal deal? Did you want to do that right from the start, or was that something that you're, kind of?
I've done backup vocals before in bands, and I've never been the front man. And starting this band, I decided that I was going to take on the task of doing rhythm guitar as well as lead vocals. And it was a task to learn how to play fast metal and sing or scream at the same time. It's very taxing.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine. I mean, I can't chew gum and walk at the same time, pat your stomach and rub your belly, whatever, the same type of deal, right? I mean,
so I've been a rhythm guitarist my whole life. That's my passion. I love rhythm guitar. My right hand is my strength. So I decided that with this band, a 4-piece would be good, and just having me be the front would be fun. Something different.
Awesome. And for those who don't know, and again, you guys are a 4-piece band. So tell the folks out there about the 2 members that aren't here today. Give us a little detail.
We've got Joe Johnson is our lead guitarist, and Håkan Sjogren is our drummer.
All right. And was this... were you guys old friends, or was this a Craigslist creation, or how did this thing?
You're halfway there.
Yeah, Paul and I, we played in bands together before, and we've been friends for a while. And when we made the jump out here from our hometown of Kansas and Wichita, we just
shouts out to Wichita.
Woo woo! Yeah, and then Paul put out a Craigslist ad, and that's how we started shopping for other members and other players, and it snowballed into a wonderful thing.
Joe and Håkan, the lead guitarist and the drummer, had been in a band before as well, so it's kind of like 2 and 2 came together to make 1.
Nice, man. And so were you guys in lots of bands beforehand?
Oh
you know,
yeah,
kinda
I mean,
drifting?
we've been in all kinds of different bands: metal, prog, rock, any kind of rock and roll.
Yep.
Basically, we've all been a part of at some point or other in our life.
So how long you been together? Like, I don't know. You might have said it.
2.5 years or so.
Yeah, yeah, and just been kicking ass ever since, right? I mean, you know.
Trying.
Yeah, nice. How much music do you guys have out there?
We have one album right now. It's got 12 songs, and we are in the process of demoing our new album. We've got 5 songs almost demoed for that.
Was that the one that you handed me today, or?
No, that's not going to be. We're not sharing any of the new stuff until we're ready.
Right.
You can come see it live if you want to see some new stuff. We play them live, so
Good stuff. It's Necro Panther. Paul and Kyle were kind of taking care of business with those guys first, and we also do have Danny and Andrew from Sugarskulls and Marigolds in the building, and man, we are going to have a great show, man. We really appreciate it. But back to Necro Panther, you guys when do you guys think you might release some of that new material? I mean,
well, like I said, we're demoing. We've got about half a record written so far, and the other half might take another 2 months or so, and then demoing, and then in the studio. So hopefully early next year. Spring of 2018.
All right, that sounds good, man. You did give me a little bit of music here, so let's go right on into it, man. And the folks want to hear what you guys have to bring, so I'm going to cue up track 1. Is that good?
Yep.
Go ahead and tell us about what that's about and what the name of the song is, and then we'll get it rolling.
Track 1 is called Death Eyes. It's about a animatronic. Help me out here.
It's about a futuristic world dominated by machines.
There you go.
Yeah, that's less than 15 years away, guys. So, all right, man, without any further ado, Death Eyes, Necro Panther, right here in the building. MileHighUnderground.com, the Freeza Block. All right, Necro Panther. That song was called "Dead Eyes." Where can folks find that music, man?
With Sailor Records is who released it with us, and then
You can go on Bandcamp and you can download it on Bandcamp, or you can come see us at one of our shows, pick up a record, pick up a CD.
Yeah, don't be afraid to come and say hi to these guys. They might look a little bit mean, but they're really, really nice dudes, man. As far as I know, they're nice to me.
we're sweethearts.
Wait till it gets dark.
You could very well get cut. It's all good. Again, that bell. Hey, the bell has finally made its appearance. That's for a shot or a hit, or it doesn't necessarily have to be weed or alcohol, but just a little something to get you through the end or through the interview. So, and that's just for the folks playing at home. Sorry, guys, man. But all your friends, they owe us too, right?
Take advantage of the bell.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's the way that we do it, man. It's Sugarskulls, Marigolds, and Necro Panther, and we are talking in depth right now with the guys Paul and Kyle from Necro Panther, man. Good stuff. And again, you said that have you guys done a ton of shows, as this version of Necro Panther, or has it even?
Yeah, it's been really busy. It's been really nice. Like the city of Denver and actually the whole state is really, really taking good care of us. And I mean, as far as the metal scene, these people show up every show and they are there militantly every time, and it's amazing.
They really do support, especially out here in the Mile High. Do you guys find yourselves playing in kind of the same places, like maybe a little bit out east or maybe up north, or you guys kind of spread all over town?
All over town pretty evenly. And what's really nice is that a lot of touring acts and a lot of acts coming to town are requesting us, and that's what's been really nice too. So it's pulled us up into like the theaters, Gothic and Marquee, and all the different theaters. So that's what's been really nice too.
That is good stuff, man. Awesome.
I would say our staple or our mainstay for playing live is South Broadway for sure. We love playing South Broadway.
Yeah,
and that's where we're about to play tomorrow.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, you guys can check. Anybody can check these guys out. Plus Sugarskulls and Marigolds, and another band that didn't quite make it in here today, Plastic Daggers. A couple of great guys. Great show tomorrow at the High Dive. Tomorrow at 9:00. These three bands: Sugarskulls, Marigolds, Necro Panther, and Plastic Daggers, all at the High Dive. Should be a great time, man. Good stuff.
Fun times always.
Yes, indeed. Hey, Paul, let's talk about how you're singing. When we did talk about how you kind of started doing the singing, man, and was this your style, the way it is, man? Was this something that kind of came natural for you, or was it kind of like? Did you start off with maybe a more melodic style, or did you kind of always go with the screechy,
No, I cannot sing melodically to save my life. I'm terrible. So yeah, that's why the terrible sounds that come out of my mouth are the way they are. But you like I was telling these guys, Sugarskulls, you kind of find where your voice is, as you start playing and start singing or screaming or whatever you do.
Right.
And once you find where your voice is, you just capitalize on where it sounds the best and where it feels the best. And that's where mine sat. And I've always been influenced by black metal vocalists, Norwegian.
Throw us a couple of those dark metal, those black metal bands that maybe you might have influenced you coming into this.
Gorgoroth, anything black metal, Marduk. As far as U.S. bands, people say sound a lot like the old singer from Skeleton Witch. So,
okay. Honestly, I don't know who any of those bands are, but it's kind of cool. I know a lot of folks that are following you do know those bands, and they could make their own comparisons, man. Good
I also think having a higher end vocal is better on metal than just low guttural voice the whole time. Like, yes, it's good to have both, but I think it's a nice little change.
Do you have a lot of range when it comes to that, or do you?
I do.
Yeah.
I did most of the low vocals on the album. Kyle does backing vocals on the album as well as live, but I think it's mostly.
Do you guys do any gang vocals?
Possibly for the next record, because we've got some super thrashy songs. Nice. So going back to 80s thrash type stuff, Slayer, we'll probably probably throw some gang vocals in.
Is it pretty? Is your style pretty much just hard edge though? And you guys, do you guys like to experiment with stuff like like maybe an electronic harmonica or something crazy? Like you never know. I mean,
I don't think an electronic harmonica would ever come into a Necropanther song, but we're always open to new ideas and new thoughts, and we're a very democratic band. So if someone comes with an idea, we all listen to it and we think about it and we give our opinions, and what works, what we don't like, doesn't like. So
awesome. We have Paul and Kyle. They are from the band Necropanther. You could check them out again tomorrow. They're going to be at the High Dive 9:00, along with the other band we have in the studio, Sugarskulls and Marigolds and Plastic Daggers. It's going to be a great show. Come on out to the High Dive, have a few beers, and pick your spot. Don't get too close to the front of the stage, however, because you might get moshed. That's a promise.
It's true.
That's a promise.
It's true.
Yes, indeed.
Take that rip.
Indeed, man. Good stuff. Kyle, did you always want to, play the kind of style that you played, or have you like gone back and forth in your life where, you
all the other bands and genres I'd played, like I'm back on bass. I play drums and other instruments as well, and other groups. And this is the first time I've ever played metal, like metal. Every band I ever wanted to started as metal and then morphed into something that was completely not. And so, yeah, I get to really fulfill a lot of desires through this band because we are as heavy as I've always wanted to be and as technical and as tight as we've always wanted to be. And it's just really great. It's really fun.
It's always kind of what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, yeah.
That's kick-ass. Have you played with other bands, other style bands?
Oh, yeah.
Like that?
I used to be a hired bass player for different record labels, and the genre would always change. And that's what always was kind of fun and amazing, was just like, I'm going to be alternative, or no, we're a 90s band or whatever.
Whatever it takes.
Okay. Right. And then, but I was never a member.
Right.
And now, I'm a player, I'm an actual member, and it's metal and it's doing well. That's what's really, this is a long time coming. I really wanted to do this.
All right. Kick ass, man. Good stuff. Again, Necropanther, it's Paul and Kyle. Man, I'm going to run one more song here off your CD. Again, tell us again where the folks can find your music and stuff. And go ahead and tell me which was the track you wanted to play. All right, man.
You can go find our music on Bandcamp, or you can come see us live and hit our merch table. We've got vinyl, CD, and you get digital download codes with both of those. Yeah, so check it out. Also, I'm sure you guys have a Facebook page as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so make sure to check those out. Necropanther on the Facebook. Give them a thumbin' and a like-in. And we're going to go into this track. So what is this one called?
The name of this track is called Machines.
And before we go into it, do you guys who does the writing and stuff? I mean, is it just
we all write? This first album was a lot of my writing because I kind of was the brainchild for the band. So I think I wrote maybe 70%, 75% of this record. But the next album, we're trying to incorporate everyone as equal writing.
Nice, good stuff. All right, again, this song is called?
This song is called Machines.
Machines. It is Necropanther right here on MileHighUnderground.com. The Freeza Block Show. All right, great stuff. Necropanther. Again, that song was called Machines, man. I really like the way that rocked, and I love the guitar solos in that. And man, good stuff, man.
Thank you.
Very high-paced, high-energy stuff, man. Great stuff. Necropanther, folks. You can see them tomorrow, along with Sugarskulls and Marigolds and Plastic Daggers, tomorrow at the High Dive down on South Broadway. Great show. You can't miss it. It's going to be awesome stuff tomorrow night. Make sure you have a beer and sit right in the front.
Get moshed.
Just moshed right in the front, man. Awesome. All right, man. We're going to turn our attention over to the other crew that's in here, man. It's Sugarskulls and Marigolds. And all right, I'm going to turn the camera a little bit here, and for the folks that are on the YouTube, and we're going to give them another clapping here. Give Sugarskulls and Marigolds, Danny and Andrew, and they came in with their instruments and stuff, so they're going to actually play a few tracks. So we're excited about that as well, man. Good stuff. Thanks. Welcome in, guys. And for the folks, I love to ask the first question. For the folks who've never heard of Sugarskulls and Marigolds, break it on down for everybody. Let them know what kind of music they're in for. What Sugarskulls and Marigolds is all about.
We are a two-piece instrumental, let's say an atmospheric post-metal band. So we have our short, heavy songs, and then we also have our really, atmospheric, lots of textures, lots of guitar effects, massive drums. So we like to mix it up. I'd say our early stuff was more of the, short, heavy, straight to the point, and now we're writing like really textured, layered, 10-minute long songs.
Different kind of a band, though, from what folks are used to. You guys have a real heavy, loud sound, but it's only two of you. And that was the thing that surprised me the first time I saw you, because we saw you at the bookstore out there on South Broadway.
Mutiny.
I can't remember. Yeah, the Mutiny Cafe. And you had a lot of people around you, so I couldn't really see until I kind of wiggled my way up front, and I'm like, well, where are the other guys at? Seeing it was just you two guys, and it was cool to see Danny just kind of half stepping up on Andrew's drum set there, and they're just kind of both looking at each other and just rocking the place and shaking the books right off the shelves, man.
Shaking books.
Yeah, it was kick ass,
But
man.
not shaking
It was
babies.
really good stuff.
But
What I like about that you guys are different, though, is that you guys really are instrumental. You do not have any vocals at all. Let's kind of go into that a little bit. Try to explain that one away, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think it was really intentional. We just, neither one of us are born natural singers. This guy more than I am, but we just wanted to write music that didn't require vocals to kind of grab your attention at first, which is usually the case when you have vocals. It's like, what people kind of tend to hone in on. And we wanted the music to speak for itself, and have the freedom to write music that didn't have boundaries based on choruses, verses, things like that. And that was kind of the start of it. And
What was this also one of those Craigslist type of deals, or were you guys old friends from way back?
Well,
it'd be funny if we found each other on Flickr.
yeah,
we're brothers.
we are related.
Oh, really? You guys do kind of look alike, but
Little bit.
but you have different haircuts, so that's what
Yeah, that's true.
threw me way off, man.
Hey.
Bong rip.
That's a ripper. And he did, anyways, man.
Back to the not having a singer, we really try to keep the listener engaged, and being an instrumental band, I think it's really easy to just kind of keep noodling and keep going over the same parts. We like to not have the songs drawn out. When we say we have 10-minute long songs, we really try to build them to almost to, for like someone with ADD that just it's always something changing all the time. So
Got to keep the attention.
yeah,
Right.
and, as an instrumental band, I think it could be really easy to just kind of riff out constantly. But
Right,
we
it just-
really try to, loud, soft, spacey, heavy, slow, So that's
Yeah, like the old jam bands back in the late 90s, whatever, good stuff
Yeah.
like that. But you guys are not that way at all, man. I mean, it's high energy, man. That's what I like about you guys. Every song I've heard from you has been like a real high energy song. There's not really any laid back. It's not, although it's instrumental, it's not let's go to sleep instrumental, man. It's
Thank you.
high energy, man. Good stuff. Sugarskulls and Marigolds. We have Danny and Andrew in the studio. Also Necropanther, Paul and Kyle. And again, they're going to be playing tomorrow at the High Dive. So make sure to check that out, 9:00, on all the beers you can drink for as much as you can spend.
How much it costs?
Necropanther's buying.
No.
No.
Indeed. And also the good
No
fun you can
plastic
have
bags.
all the way up
Plastic
until
bags.
now.
Daggers is fine.
Oh yeah, do not. That's right. We can't forget about plastic daggers. They are buying.
They
Indeed.
got first round.
There you go, man. Indeed. Sugarskulls and Marigolds, man. I love the name. Let's talk about that. Where'd you guys come up with that deal?
So back when I was kind of, starting this thing, it really happened naturally. I was in between bands, writing riffs in the basement, and I was in Mexico during Day of the Dead.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
we went down to the Mayan ruins and was really inspired by how they celebrate their loved ones that have passed, and there was marigolds and pictures of their loved ones, and when I got home, it was a really inspiring culture, and it was right around that time that we were kind of getting started looking for a band name, and it just kind of, it's like Sugarskulls and Marigolds, because they have skulls made out of sugar that they paint,
Right.
and so it just kind of happened natural.
And you didn't have a problem with that at all, Andrew? You just were like, yeah, that sounds cool, or were you like a little bit into the creative process as well on that?
No, yeah, it definitely is an interesting name. It's a long name, and but yeah, I thought it was very creative, and I like the meaning behind it.
No arguments at all then. It was like you came up with it and you're like, hey, I like it.
Yeah.
That'll work, man. Nice
And,
stuff.
the other thing is, lots of band names out there can tend to kind of guide the listener to how the music sounds, based on that band name. And I feel like ours is so arbitrary that, there's nothing relating the name to the band. It's
Yeah, unless you like really kind of know what Sugarskulls and Marigolds kind of really does represent, and they don't hear any mariachi in it.
Yeah.
They kind of,
We don't get stuck in the same in one genre, because I feel like we're always changing.
Yeah.
We're gonna do some acoustic stuff tonight, and we're actually we're gonna be recording some acoustic stuff in a few weeks. We're gonna do half electric, half acoustic. So we're getting in the studio in a couple weeks, and it kind of happened because we have an acoustic show booked at High Dive in June, and so then that we started rehearsing, and we're like, this is really cool.
Nice.
So
Well, all right.
not stuck in one thing.
That sounds good, man. And well, you guys go ahead and set on up, man. And we'll talk a little bit about that as you guys keep get back there and get going. Tell us a little bit about one of the songs you guys are going to play. As we're going to go ahead and let you guys set up and get on back there, man.
Cool. Which one? You
Just shout it out real loud if you want to, man.
Yeah. We're gonna play a new one that actually doesn't have a name yet. So yeah, we'll go jam it out.
Okay, that sounds good, man. It is Sugarskulls and Marigolds. Danny and Andrew are gonna hit their places back there and get kind of set up. This is one of the first times we've actually had a full drum set in here, and we got him all the way back into the corner. Andrew, we do, man. And
once I get back here, I'm not leaving.
And of course, you all heard that, and we're gonna get them ready. And again, what was the name of the song you guys were gonna play for us?
It's so new. It doesn't even have a name.
There's no name for it, and indeed. But again, we're with Sugarskulls and Marigolds. It's Danny and Andrew, and they're just about ready to play us up a jam, and we're excited to hear it. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the mic on over and let you guys go ahead and hit it. Good stuff, man. Sugarskulls and Marigolds. Indeed, Danny and Andrew playing a live song. Oh, it's an unnamed song, but it's just a song that they like, man. Good stuff, man. You'll have to talk a little bit louder since the mics aren't right close to you, man. But tell us a little bit, Danny, about how you got started just playing the kind of song or the kind of instrument you like to play, the guitar. How you guys kind of decided which instruments you were going to play when you were younger and all that kind of good stuff, man.
I just kind of fell into the guitar middle school age, I think, and just kind of banged it around and make noise until it made sense. And
Well, why the guitar and not any other instrument, like horn or anything else?
I always
tambourine.
thought the guitar player looked the coolest.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, everybody's got their reasons, man. I'm always trying to get that guy to admit that, well, I thought I could get the chicks, but that no, everybody loves the music too much, man. It just seems like that's really the deal, which is really good, man.
I've always just been attracted to it. I love it. It's my favorite thing to do. And I've been, I guess, playing for over 20 years.
Did you guys find instruments, music all pretty much the same time, or was it like, well, he likes it, I might give it a shot, or, how did that all work out?
Well, we're 6 years apart
Okay.
in age. Like I said, we're brothers. And I started playing drums probably around the same time that he started playing guitar in age, but, we're 6 years apart. It was about middle school that I started to play the drums, and I did the marching band thing for a while, and that kind of taught me the rudiments and the basics for drums. And
Did you go in like kind of hardcore on it? Did you go drum corps and all that?
I never did drum
the band
corps.
camp and all that good stuff.
definitely band camp.
Hell, all right, man.
That one time in band camp?
That one time.
There was more than
Don't-
one time.
Don't tell the story here.
Something with a flute, though, right?
Drumsticks, even better.
Drumsticks.
There you
Yeah.
go, drumsticks.
Wouldn't hurt us bad.
Yeah, there you go. That's what we were waiting for, man. But and then as you got older, did you guys like do separate bands, or did you always play together?
Well, so when we were living at home as kids, is when we started playing together. We would just kind of jam to our favorite 90s songs
Okay.
in our bedrooms, as, just casual fun kind of stuff. And he went away to college first, and joined up with a couple of guys there, and did several bands with that core group of guys. And we did our separate things for a while, and then when I was done with school, kind of joined our first like official band together back in Florida. And that band is actually what brought us out to Colorado. We kind of migrated that band out here.
Tell us about your journey from Florida to Colorado, man. Go ahead and because I thought maybe that you might have grown up here, but you didn't.
Yeah,
So,
we grew up in outside of Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
okay.
And at the time, there wasn't really much of a cohesive music scene. And I think around that time, we were just kind of bored, So we came out to Denver to check it out. It was just one of the cities on the list that we were thinking about. And we hung out downtown. We went out to the mountains, fell in love with the place. And
I actually saw a show at the High Dive.
yeah.
Oh, no doubt. Do you
Yeah,
remember what it
Got
was?
pizza at Famous Pizza, I think.
You guys remember who it was, or?
We have no idea.
No.
But what I do remember from going to that show is how it didn't matter what band was on. It was how captivated the audience was to that band. And it sounds weird to say, but that was kind of a new thing for us, because growing up in Florida and playing in bands in Florida, it was more like background music
No one
to the
cared.
audience.
Yeah, right. I hear you. It's like a high school reunion or something when you're trying to play and the girls are trying to talk over you and they're trying to talk over each other and nobody's really paying attention to the music. And like you said, it's the background deal.
Yeah.
And I've only
Yeah.
experienced that kind of once here. in
Denver's
Colorado,
really
but-
special as far as the music scene goes. There's so much support, and even the other bands, there's a ton of camaraderie, and everybody supports each other.
Yeah, look at this lineup that you guys have tomorrow. Between Necropanther here, Sugarskulls and Marigolds and Plastic Daggers, three completely, I think, different kind of genres, man. But all three really kick-ass bands.
Yeah.
You'll have your own, your own style to you. But you know what? You're gonna bring in a hell of a crowd and they'll probably stick around for everybody.
Well, that's my favorite
that's
thing
the
to
deal.
do is to book a show. We're all kind of in the same general genre. We're on the same label, but every band's different, and everyone supports all of it. And it's great.
By the way, let's speak of your label real quick. Shouts out to Oscar Ross and the guys at Sailor Records, man. Love the Sailor Records. They're like the best, man. And I tell you what, I love it, man. Tell us how you guys got hooked up with Sailor Records, and we'll give Necropanther a quick minute on that as well, man. Oscar Ross.
I think yes, Steven's been amazing to so many bands in town, and it's we're really grateful, to be a part of it. And I think my favorite part about Sailor is the family of bands,
Yeah.
Just there's the music is just endless, and it's beautiful. And so we actually, I think we went on tour with Muscle Beach a couple of years ago, and that just, we love those guys. And so we got talking to Steven soon after that, and timing wasn't right. We went and recorded our EP Blood Moon, and gave him a copy, and he was really into it. So he put it out under Sailor.
Nice.
So that was how that.
That's cool, man. And it was like no questions asked. You're like, oh yeah, man, do it up, man.
We were very excited.
Awesome stuff. Necropanther, you guys over here, Kyle, and
Yep.
Yeah, we
tell us
actually
a little bit about you guys.
we've had friends and bands in Colorado and Denver. We've shared shows when we lived in Wichita. So one of our friends and one of the bands on Sailor Records, Native Daughters, he actually told Steven, hey, you should check these guys out. They're really awesome. There's something different for your label. And he came and saw us live and was interested in what we were doing. So, it just kind of grew from there.
One thing led to another, and the next thing you knew, you guys were signing in blood. So, all right. Indeed, man. Again, we have Sugarskulls and Marigolds, Danny and Andrew in here, and Necropanther. And again, you guys can catch every bit of their music tomorrow. Well, not every bit of it, but a lot of it tomorrow at the High Dive. Go and have some beers down there and enjoy a triple bill with the three excellent bands right here in the Denver metro scene, man. You know what? I'm going to go ahead. We'll save that last live one for last, and I'm going to go ahead and go to the one of the ones that you had here. Kung Pao or Volcano or the Beast, which one do you guys want to play? I'm going to go ahead and run one off of one run, and that one. Let's see if I can say it one more time. I'm going to run one from the non-live set, from the pre-recorded set. So go ahead and.
You want a shorter one or a longer?
Sure, a little bit of a shorter one if you could, man.
Let's do Kung Pao.
Kung Pao, one of my favorite foods, by the way.
It's actually spelled KUNGPOW.
Right. Oh, is there any kind of secret meaning to this, or is it just
Andrew
a
does a lot of the
straightforward deal?
naming, so I take no responsibility for the names.
Awesome, good stuff. It's Sugarskulls and Marigolds is Danny and Andrew, and this song is called Kung Pao, right here on Mile High Underground, the Freeza Block. Awesome. Great stuff. Sugarskulls and Marigolds. That song was called Kung Pao, and you could find that on their Bandcamp. Also, the Facebook page will take you right to their website and all that stuff. Make sure you give Sugarskulls and Marigolds a thumbing and a liking. And I know you love the music, so you might as well give them some love as well, man. Good stuff. Again, man, wow. This has been a pretty quick hour, has it not, fellas? Yeah, no doubt about it, man. I'm really excited. Make sure you guys check these guys out again tomorrow. It's going to be a great show at the High Dive, 9 o'clock. Don't be late. Get drunk. Sit right in the middle. Don't sit, stand, push your friends around, and enjoy the music. And real quick, I know Kyle wanted to chime in real quick on that, on the actual, what we got going on tomorrow when it comes to the mixing of the genres, man.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that mixing genres live is probably one of the best things to do, and that's what a lot of music festivals do as well. If you look at Warped Tour or anything like that, they have all different kinds of lineups, and I really enjoy seeing all the different genres of bands live and playing with all the different genres, so it doesn't get boring or old, and no one's like flexing their muscles like, oh, I'm cooler than you, I'm better at this genre. None of that happens.
That doesn't really happen out here, though.
No, not in Denver, but just traveling around, and especially in like heavier scenes and metal scenes, people can be very pompous.
They act like real asses out there in Detroit, don't they?
A lot of support.
Shouts out to Detroit and all the asses out there. Good stuff, man. Yes, indeed. Give them that too, man. All right, man. Well, we're just about on our way out, man. Danny and Andrew said that they were going to play me out. We tried it a little bit last week, and it worked out really good. So go ahead and set it right on up, guys, and then we'll say our goodbyes. It really has been a quick half hour. I did want to say again, thank you guys so much for coming on in, setting up, and bringing the drums. Well, as much as you could of the drum set in here, man, because. Really cool stuff, man. And we're going to do a little quick play out, and we're going to say goodbye. So here we go, guys. Sugarskulls and Marigolds and Necropanther. You guys, thank you guys so much. Make sure to catch it again tomorrow at the High Dive.
All right.
Are you ready? All right.
This is called The Harbor. You'll hear the electric version tomorrow night at High Dive.
In your eyes,